Oh, good morning everybody. This is March the 24th. It's the day before New Zealand goes into lockdown for the Covid-19 coronavirus thing. I'm just out and about today, just doing some last minute jobs before we get locked down at 11:59 PM tonight. Got the dogs with me, got Benji in the back there. He's our very lovable lab boxer, or boxer lab, whatever. Either way, he's a bit nuts. Crystal's here with me as well. She's she's over here. There we go. Have a look at Crystal. Here she is. This is Crystal. She's my our little Maltese. What do you call it? Jack Russell cross. She's 10 years old now, so she thinks she owns everybody and is in charge of everybody. Just sitting in the little car at the moment with our roof off. Give you a look around. See, no roof. This is the top of the windscreen up there, no roof. Great driving around on a beautiful day like today. But yeah, we're just getting prepared to hunker down. So I just wanted to put this message out there to firstly record the event because it's pretty historical. The whole world is going into lockdown to try and prevent this coronavirus thing, other than the United States, ironically. But it's got to be done. We really have to enforce separation between ourselves so that we don't spread this bloody thing. The evidence is all out there, all of the figures and graphs and things that show what happens if we don't practice social distancing and keep apart. It makes perfect common sense, and it won't be for long. We're going to, in New Zealand, we're going to be in this lockdown for an initial period of 4 weeks, and hopefully that'll be enough. We're very lucky that we live on an island with a small population. We've only got, as of yesterday, we only had 155 cases altogether. I think 12 of those have already recovered and are back in isolation. We've got no one in hospital. We've got 6 in hospital and no one in intensive care. So that's a good thing, and we should really try and keep it that way. Most of our cases here are related to travel, people returning home, and that will continue to rise because I'm sure they haven't tested everyone yet. Secondly, people are still allowed to return to New Zealand up until Friday, so they've got another couple of days to get home. So that'll bring a few more in, no doubt. So that'll raise levels a bit, but we've got a pretty good grip on it at the moment. Everyone knows it's going to increase, and Crystal wants to move. Everyone knows it's going to go up, but the thing now is to try and stop it from spreading as much as we possibly can. So social distancing is the key. So that's what we've got to do. We've just got to grit our teeth and knuckle down and get it done. In our household, we've got Kathy and myself, my wife Kathy and myself, Nigel, our disabled son that we look after, our daughter Caitlin and her boyfriend Nico, who's staying with us for the duration. So we haven't been hoarding stuff, we haven't been stockpiling stuff, but we are well stocked up. Our freezers are full and we've got plenty of food in the cupboard. Supermarkets are staying open, so there's no great urgency there to go and go crazy. I'm just getting some things done today that I know are going to be closed from tomorrow onwards. But other than that, we're all good. We're very lucky in that Kathy and I work from home because our son Nigel is our job. Because he's totally and utterly disabled, he's requires 24-hour care. So usually we share that care with care agencies and respite carers, but now we're doing it all ourselves at home. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll get through it. And like everybody else, we just make sacrifices to get through it. So we just have to do the best we can, no matter what situation we're in. So please, everybody, stay well, stay safe, stay happy as best you can, and try not to get on each other's nerves. And hopefully you can make the best of a bad situation. Well, hi everybody, back again, just in another vehicle this time, but I'm just sort of sitting outside my house. Got home. Just wanted to note that while all the shops are not all the shops, the supermarkets are open during this lockdown period, I went past them today and I was going to go in, but the trouble is they're only letting a limited number of people into the shop at the same time, so you can only get in when one person comes out, so the queues are really long out the door and down the street, sort of long. Both supermarkets were the same. We've only got 2 here, so that's really how it's going to be from now on. So before you plan your trip to the supermarket, then just be aware that you're going to have to spend a long time standing in the queue just to get in the door. So maybe different times of day or at night the queues will be shorter, but that's just something to remember. Another thing I just wanted to add on was that while this is day 0 of the lockdown starts at 11:59 p.m. tonight. The latest update on the number of COVID-19 cases as of 1 o'clock this afternoon was 205 confirmed cases and probables. The probables are the ones that the patients are showing all the symptoms of the disease but are showing a negative test, which means it's, well, according to the experts, the test, the virus actually is probably not in the throat or the nose anymore, it's gone into the lungs, so they count as having it. So 205 is only 50 up from yesterday, and yesterday was only, I think it was only 15 or something up from the day before. So it's interesting that the growth hasn't gone exponential yet, which is what I would have expected by now. But having said that, we've only got 205 cases. We're a small country. We've put the measures in place really early, the lockdown measures in place really early. So we may just have the jump on it for a little while anyway. There's still more people arriving into the country. The borders don't close completely until Friday. We're all Kiwis overseas wanting to come home are allowed to come home until Friday. So obviously a little bit more is going to come in, and obviously there would have been contact in the community over the last month or so from other people. So it will go up. But I have to congratulate this government actually, which is something I thought I'd never say, but they're doing really well. We've got on top of this thing early, and hopefully the casualties or the cases won't be as serious as other countries have shown. So anyway, look after yourself, stay safe, stay apart from other people, stay locked in, enjoy your lockdown. I'm getting through a series on, what's it, Prime Video I'm watching at the moment. So I've got Prime Video, we've got Netflix, we've got a license to use 3 screens all at once, so we're all locked in our rooms watching Netflix or whatever. So it's not so bad yet. In fact, it's just sort of fun at the moment, but I think the fun will wear out pretty damn quickly. But anyway, stay safe, and we'll talk to you again shortly.